Ooh, what's up, guys? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 7, right?
6.
6.
That Chad
6
can't count.
more.
No. No. This is Monday Night Raw, Chad. You can't do that.
Well,
Can't do
I'm
it.
Chad Talks, and
Stop
joining
it.
me as always is Jmack Gaming.
Chad, what we saw last night at Backlash, it's despicable. It's gross. It's it's Mike Tyson is here in WWF with Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. Chad,
Huge.
he's the biggest. I mean, that's the biggest debut for a stable of that night.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger than any other stable that debuted that night.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, no. Okay, let's get into the show here, Chad. Stash and Stud, we saw them last night win the interim Raw Tag Team Championships, and they defeat the Armstrongs here in the pre-show here when Scott Stud pins Team Armstrong. Who knows when Sultan will be back? I mean, doctors are reporting that maybe he'll be healthy. Sultan will be healthy enough for the next pay-per-view, but who knows? Who knows? Time will tell. But right now, Stash and Stud are, make-believe tag team champions. We move on to another tag team match of the night. Taka Michinoku defeating Kinder Wenham in 808 with the Michinoku driver. And Christian Cage hitting an inverted DDT on Epico to win in the pre-show as well, Chad. But we start off. Oh no, what happened here? 67. Why did this only get a 67? Nothing. I don't really know. Stasiak, Brock Lesnar. I may have rated Brock Lesnar on accident. Oh well. Oh well, Chad. We start off with a little highlight recap of Stasiak and Tyson. Them fighting and everyone hitting their moves on Stasiak. Chad, just a recap of what happened. The Raw rewind. Everything that happened at Backlash. We move on to our opening match of the night. Ricky Banderas defeating Shane McMahon in 803 with a La Patriota. They don't click. No chemistry. We're having a bad start on Raw tonight.
Oof.
Not a good start. Ace Steel is here. He's out here to watch this next match, Chad. It is a number one contender match for his WWF European Championship. Last night he did lose to Jushin Liger, but it was not for his belt. So this next match will determine who will face him for the belt. As Jushin has said, I don't want anything to do with that belt. I just wanted my mask. And it is a 10-man battle royal with all your favorites like Mark Marrow and Devon Storm. But the winner, King Iaukea.
Ooh.
King Iaukea wins the battle royal on 11:57 as he eliminates Steve Blackman as the final elimination. So Chad, King Iaukea will move on to face Ace Steel at some point for the WWF European Championship.
Oh, man. Good for King Iaukea.
King Iaukea. Getting ready, getting some big wins. We're a month away from the King of the Ring.
Ooh. King Iaukea, a month away from King of the Ring. Ooh.
We move on. It is The Rock, and it's just the little highlight videos of The Rock, and he has, and then it pans to The Rock, and he says, The Rock has been told, how great of a match that was last night against Taka Michinoku, and I told you, The Rock does not lose. And now tonight, I'm told we're having a historic Raw. I'm told The Rock has to face someone that he has faced before. Oh, a classic superstar matchup right here. I'm told in the main event tonight, it'll be The Rock taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin here in the Izod Center in front of the millions.
Millions.
Oh, why did you sound so far away there?
Millions.
The millions are running away from Raw here at the Izod Center. And look, I'll do to Stone Cold what I did to him at Backlash last year. A backlash rewind. A backlash.
A backlash.
Rock and Stone Cold apparently tonight, Chad. Move on. Brock Lesnar's debut match here, Chad. Gets a 49.
Oh, yeah.
And he defeats Scott Norton in 547 with an overhead belly to belly. They have great chemistry.
Oh, I want to see these two just beat the piss out of each other in real life.
Big meaty men slapping meat together.
Yeah.
All right, we move on. Mark Henry defended his belt last night against Billy Gunn, and he's in ring act. He's in action up next. Chet. I got burps right now. Jesus Christ, Lord save me! He's taking on Yokozuna.
Oh, I'm thinking of big beefy slapping meats.
And he defeats Yokozuna in 641 with a death from above. But Chad, you want to know what happens after that?
What happens?
More big meaty men come out. And someone comes out and suplexes Mark Henry. And the crowd's losing their mind. Joining us from WCW. I'm joking. He's not from WCW. Ken Shamrock comes out.
This has what?
And he suplexes Mark Henry. And he picks up that Intercontinental title. Ken Shamrock's never been a champion. He hasn't been a champion since probably back in 98 when he was tag champion with Vader as the best friends.
Yeah, this is big for him.
2 years ago now at this point, probably. So Ken Shamrock looking for championship gold. Mark Henry's got that championship. Move on, and Vince McMahon has finally found Mike Tyson, and he's wondering what the hell is going on here. Where have you been? Mike, what the fuck is this about? And Mike's like, look, man, we're the future. And he punches Vince right in the mouth.
Oh, man, knocks him out.
Knocks him out. Iron Mike Tyson. Knocking out Vince. Look, there's not a lot of talking Mike Tyson's going to do. He's going to let his fists do all of the talking. And so far, he's knocked out Vince, and he's knocked out Sean Stasiak. Who else is he going to knock out? He's going to knock out you next, Chad.
Oh, I hope not. That was really smart.
Our co-main event of the night, Kurt Angle defeats Billy Gunn in 13-13 with an ankle lock, Chad. Kurt Angle has a gimmick that's getting stale, so I have to switch his gimmick. Stone Cold makes his way down to the ring, Chad, and we have that main event match right here. Rock and Austin. This could have big implications on a lot of things. We have the King of the Ring coming up. Stasiak right now. I mean, who's gonna fight Stasiak? If he's gonna fight anyone, I don't. Who knows? But this could.
He might be in a coma now from that punch.
He might be. Yeah. Well, he didn't get punched this week, Chad. He got punched at Mania or Backlash, which was last night, so he may be still hurting. So Rock and Austin in our main event of the night. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck off.
Rock defeats Austin in 1843. With the...
There's a random 100 on this random episode of. You were right. The show Raw started off with a rather rocky start.
And Rock, hey, gets another win and then gets more momentum. And Chet, he's been looking very well since Raw's.
Look at these two guys that you don't use giving you 100.
Yeah, Chad. You'll understand at some point that I have to continuously build stars. And the only way to do that is having those guys in matches. And that means some people don't have to have... They can't have matches. There's not enough matches on the pay-per-views and cards on TVs. So, at some point, these guys will have to take a back seat for guys like King Ikea. It's just, that's how it works. But here we are. 100 right here, Chad. We got to 95. Huge.
Hell yeah.
Because nothing else in the show did well.
Nope.
Doesn't matter. Tyson, he's here. Brock gets his first win in WWF. Angle gets back on the board. Mark Henry and Shamrock. Banderas is here beating Shane McMahon. This is a new era, Chad.
New era.
I've gotten 2 on it and you've got 0.
Yeah.
I'm joking. That one's I don't feel good about that one.
Oh, no, whatever.
I mean, it's great, but like, there's The Stasiak and Eddie one was like so long of build.
It was earned, you know. It felt
that
earned.
one earned. This one was just
this
like
one didn't feel earned.
that one's
This is like, you know what? I'm running Owen Hart Canyon tonight.
yeah, twice in a row.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Whatever. We'll see you for Nitro. Maybe Chad can compete with it. Who knows? Probably.
Everybody who I know has great chemistry is going to wrestle each other. All right, everyone. We are here with WCW Night.
I got 100 and you didn't.
Are you done?
What? What do you mean?
Fuck you. On the show. We're going to get 100 right here. Mark my words. We're getting 100 right here. Mark my words.
Oh, it's got a 69. Even better.
Nice. This pre-show match. Santo defeated Conan by submission.
With the La de la Calaballo.
Yeah, the La Caballo.
La Caballo. You say La and then throw 6 extra words in between before Caballo. La de la Caballo. 100.
Look at that. We could have found a picture of Goldberg in sunglasses. That actually looks pretty sick, though, not going to lie. So,
DDP looks like he's standing in front of a transparent background on Photoshop.
The show starts. Scott Steiner. He's got his Universal Championship slung upon his shoulders. You see over here, Diamond Dallas Page. He's in a suit, his glasses. He's smoking a cigar. Sting in a suit. And he's holding a baseball bat. And on the baseball bat, you see both Chef and Hoovie's masks stabbed in, like, the bat is like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're, like, impaled on the bat. And then Goldberg, who's not wearing a suit, but he's wearing, like, a black t-shirt, and he's just looking tough. Steiner grabs a microphone, and he says, "So I suppose you're all wondering what exactly happened at Spring Stampede. And it's very, very simple. I proved how I'm not just genetically stronger than everyone. I proved without a shadow of a doubt that I'm the smartest. But here's the thing. I decided that I would go to war against the loser weights of WCW. I would go against these puny wrestlers who don't have what it takes and just don't mount up. But there's strength in numbers. And there's way more of them than they are me. And if all of them stack up on each other's shoulders, they barely are taller than me. Barely. So I knew what I needed was some backup. I needed a stable, a group that could help me put us back on top. Put a real professional wrestler back on top. So I went ahead and I started recruiting. It started with Goldberg. Goldberg and I, we've been enemies before. I ended his streak, don't you know? But we've ended up becoming good friends. You're the brother I never had. And I continue to recruit. And I watched a guy like Diamond Dallas Page fight tooth and nail to get his first world championship. And I told him, Diamond, you hang out with Scott Steiner. Gold will come your way. But first, you gotta take out guys who keep taking your spot. And he agreed. And then I decided what I need was an icon. So I went to Sting. And I said, Stinger, how does it feel to know you used to be the man of WCW, and now you're getting replaced by a guy with a chef hat? And it lit the fire under him that I needed. So we were running these vignettes of Sting being the new and improved Sting. You guys all thought he'd be the face-painted icon that you all know and love. But what did that get Sting? It didn't get him on top. This right here is a group that will not be messed with and will not be beat. We are the Syndicate, and we are going to put WCW back on top. I have the Universal Championship, but we're not going to stop there. You want all the gold, and we want the second world title too. Here's the thing. I could beat Rey Mysterio. It wouldn't be close. But I'm a gracious leader. So I'm going to let one of my Syndicate brothers take a shot. I talked to Sylvester Stallone, and he told me that he was confident that Rey could overcome any obstacle, because Sylvester Stallone's a dumb bitch. But he said, you know what? Rey can take on any member of the Syndicate that you want at the next pay-per-view, Clash of Champions. But Rey, you're going to defend the belt against one of us. And I already know you're going to defend it against a Syndicate member, and I already know which one. But I'm going to wait, and I'm going to tell you after tonight's main event. And tonight's main event, you're going to go one-on-one against Diamond Dallas Page. Diamond says, Rey, I want to say congratulations. You see, I had the opportunity not once, not twice, but 3 times to win that same world title. And you won it. You won it, and everyone said it was a fluke, including me. And you proved Sunday that it wasn't a fluke. You beat Raven. And congratulations. I'm happy that you did that. Because it's going to be oh so sweet when I hit you with a diamond cutter tonight. And I pin you 1, 2, 3. And who knows? Maybe I'll be the Syndicate member to face you at Clash of Champions. And maybe that championship can go around the waist of Diamond Dallas Page. The Syndicate, Justin.
The Syndicate, Chad.
Yeah.
What about them?
They're here.
They're here. We move on.
And we will decide who will become the #1 contender to face AJ Styles for the Cruiserweight title. And in about to head subpar wrestling and Little Heat, Shane Helms defeated Disco Fury, D'Lo Brown, Chavo Guerrero Jr., and Danny Doring, and Funaki, when Shane Helms pinned Funaki with a vertebreaker.
What the fuck? You pinned Funaki, Chad?
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Well,
yeah, Shane Helms' best in-ring performance, and, you know, gets rewarded with a Cruiserweight Championship title match.
yeah, there you go. Hell yeah. We are backstage. Actually, no, we're not backstage. Brett and Owen Hart, they're in the ring. And Brett and Owen, they said, at Spring Stampede, the Hart Foundation, he beat the combination of the Flock and the Dojo. And we proved that we are the best family in wrestling, and we proved that we are the better men. And now, people are asking, what do we do now? Well, I gotta tell you, I know what we gotta do next. Owen, I came out here tonight with you to celebrate our win, but also to propose an opportunity. You see, at Clash of Champions, Owen, every championship is on the line. And we showed on Sunday that you and I, when we work together, there's nothing we can't do. Owen, what I'm asking you is this. Will you team with me? And will you help me challenge Tag Team Gold? And Owen says, Brett, Sick Boy and Low D are the #1 contenders. What are you talking about? I know, listen, okay, but listen, there's the Global Tag Team Championships we could go after. Maybe we can make it a triple threat. And Owen's like, Brett, listen, we teamed together at the pay-per-view. All right, we did it. We did the business as the family, and that was fine. But listen, I'm a champion, and you're not. I'm the global champion. It's Clash of Champions. All of the titles are on the line. I'm already going to be booked, brother. So you want me to be your tag team partner for the tag titles? I'm sorry. The answer is no. And then Chris Canyon shows up, and he's got the U.S. title. And he comes out and he says, here's the thing. You guys are talking, and you're talking up your big win this Sunday. You beat the Savage Dojo. Cool. Congratulations. You beat the Flock. And he air quotes the Flock. Here's the thing. He didn't really beat the Flock because Raven, who has beaten Owen Hart every time they've wrestled, wasn't in that match. He didn't beat me, who also beat Owen Hart. You didn't beat me. I wasn't in that match either. You beat Mike Awesome. And no disrespect to Mike, but it's hard for Mike Awesome to show just how awesome he is when he's held down by Jamie Noble and Shannon Moore. Listen,
Damn.
The only thing that you guys celebrated was beating Randy Savage, Mike Awesome, and a bunch of dead weight. No disrespect, Noble and Shannon Moore. No disrespect. But if I would have been in that match, you guys wouldn't have won. Let me just run down the opponents I've beaten in the last few months. I beat Sting. I beat Mick Foley. I beat Owen Hart. I beat Rob Van Dam. Why don't I add one more to that list? Listen, Brett. You want to win some gold? You want to fight? And Owen Hart won't team with you? Well, luckily for you, I already beat Owen. And I'd love to add another Hart family member to my win record. So, Brett, you want to fight for a title at Clash of Champions? How about you face Chris Canyon for the U.S. Championship? Brett looks at Owen. Brett says, "You know what, kid? You're on."
Canyon and Bret Hart, baby. Interesting.
We come back from commercial break and Too Cool versus Redacted. And in a poor match, Too Cool defeated Redacted when Scotty 2 Hotty pinned Alfred Snow with a jumping bulldog.
Oh, the jumping bulldog. Jed, I used to hit everyone with the jumping bulldog back in the day.
Oh, back in the day. Justin invented the jumping bulldog.
I am the jumping bulldog.
Backstage, and Raven, he's in a very bad mood. He lost to Rey Mysterio, and he's like, I sit here after my match against Rey Mysterio, unvictorious. And that pisses me off. But I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to give props. Rey Mysterio, you proved me wrong. I said your victory at Rising Sun was a fluke. You beat me. Give you credit where it's due, kid. However, I come back and I think to myself, you know what? It's Clash of Champions. Every championship is on the line, and I'm the leader of the flock. And that means that I should be able to one that decides Mike Awesome and Chris Canyon wrestle. And then I see Chris Canyon went rogue. Chris Canyon challenged Bret Hart to a U.S. Championship match and didn't challenge Raven to a match. Didn't challenge Mike Awesome to a match. And so I need to ask, Chris Canyon, what do you have to say for yourself? And the camera pans and Chris Canyon's there. And he's like, what's the big deal? Why would I don't want to fight you guys. We're the flock. We're a unit. Why would I want to defend my belt against one of you guys? We need to prove that we're the best. And we beat the best by beating the best. Let me beat Bret Hart and prove. And Raven says, prove. Whoa. You said beat the best? And you said Bret's the best? Chris. Who won? Who was the former world champion as of like 2 months ago? Oh, me? Right, correct, yes. When was the last time Bret Hart won the world title? It's been like, what, a year? He was the global champion. Does that even count? I'm asking. I really don't know. Does that even count? Owen Hart? I beat him. You know you haven't beat in your little resume of people, Chris Canyon? You haven't beaten me. Canyon says, what is your deal? He's like, my deal is you need to know your place in the flock, and your place in the flock is behind me. I'm the one that makes the shots. I'm the one that calls matches, not you. Now it's already official. Sylvester Stallone booked it. It's Canyon versus Brett. So I'll tell you what. For your sake, I hope you win at Clash of Champions. If that championship leaves the flock, I think something else might be leaving the flock. Let's go, Mike. And Mike and Raven leave. And then as that's happening, Canyon turns around and Sensei Savage. She says, "Ooh, Chris Canyon, if you think you're out of the woods because Raven walked away, you're not. I heard your promo and you made fun of Shannon Moore and you made fun of Jamie Noble and that just won't stand, all right? Listen, okay, here's the thing. They were the future of this company.
They were?
They are. And so are you, Chris. I'm not going to let you just sit there and badmouth my students. I don't care how many championships you hold. So I'll tell you what, Chris. You want to talk a big game? You want to badmouth the dojo? I'm challenging you to a match on Thunder, Chris. You versus me. One-on-one. What do you say?" Canyon, he's in a bad mood. He just says, "You know what, Randy? Sure. I'll see you. Yes, I'll wrestle you at Thunder. Make sure your students watch. I want them to get a good look as I beat their sensei an absolute pulp." And then he shoulder checks him and walks away.
All right. Oh, Stallone making a big announcement.
He comes to the ring. He says, "All right, everyone, listen. I'm not just here to promote my new movie coming out, although that's going to be good and you should watch it. No, I came out tonight to make a special announcement. Now listen, over the past few weeks, over the past couple months, we've seen phenomenal athletes from WCW, both men and women. I said we were going to have a big focus on our women's division. I can't think of any other pay-per-view to make this announcement than at Clash of Champions. When all of the championship belts are on the line, I think it's time we add one more to the list. At Clash of Champions, we are going to have the first ever WCW Women's Championship match. And that's going to be decided in the next couple of weeks. It's with a variety of singles matches. And the winner of those matches will face each other at Clash of Champions. History is going to be made. And I'm excited that WCW is paving the way for women's wrestling.
That's fair, yeah.
Women's championships, Justin.
Yeah, sure. Women's championships.
Well, championship.
Yeah, don't pluralize it.
Mick Foley wrestling Shane Douglas. In a decent match, Foley defeats Shane Douglas with a double arm DDT.
Yeah, there you go. Little good match right there.
After the match, artist jumps Mick Foley.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah, he is getting booed. He's a heel.
Boo.
Speaking of being booed, Kurt Hennig, they show the replay of Bubba Ray making him tap out and then putting him through a table when he says, "I stand here today in this ring, defeated and broken." You know, it's a shame that Foley had to come out here a couple weeks ago and a fake retirement speech, because when other people do it, it seems cheap now. You know, I came back to WCW excited, to turn my career around, turn my life around. I was gonna win matches, and don't get me wrong, I won a TV championship. That was a very short run with the belt. Everyone's been asking me, can Hennig hang anymore? And I went into that match against Bubba very confident, and I got to give Bubba credit. He tapped me out. I don't know if the table shot was necessary, but he tapped me out. Now everyone's asking me, you have what it takes. Listen, my son, little Curtis is asking me, "Okay, Dad, you stink. And I was like, hey, listen here, all right? Curtis Michael McGillicuddy Hennig, all right? Don't talk to your father that way. And he says, I have no father. And he walks away. My own son won't even speak to me. And it made me reflect on my career. And that's why I think it's time. And then Taz's music hits. He says, no one gives a damn about what you're doing, all right? Mick Foley already did this, all right? And he said, just kidding. And then I wrestled him, all right? So let's just cut to the chase. You can say psych, and then I'll beat you up. How about that? How about we stop wasting these people's times? And Hennig says, no, I wasn't. And then Taz just punches him. And the bell rings. And we got a match, Justin. And then a decent match. Taz defeated Kurt Hennig with a T-bone suplex.
Decent little match right there. Retirement season for Kurt Hennig.
Maybe. Who knows?
I hope. Oh, yeah, you're right.
This did. All right, Right to Censor is here. And listen, I'm a man of my word. I said I was going to give Butterbean a Big Daddy V a push. And Butterbean's coming off of his MMA fight. So, Right to Censor is here. And then these two behemoths show up. And they have a match.
Yeah. They have zero chemistry together as partners.
Oh, that's good to know. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing them team together. Oh, and Bud, this was a nightmare. They said, Butterbean, welcome back.
That's why he lost in his MMA fight. He's got a glass jaw.
He's got a glass jaw.
He's got a glass jaw.
Oh, man. Well, that's okay. Jericho and Ahmed and Sick Boy and Low D are here to save the day. Low D and Sick Boy, they're celebrating. They're amped up after their big win. Well, Low D is. Sick Boy's just kind of just standing there, but Low D, he's pumped. He was like, we did what everyone said we couldn't do at Spring Stampede. We won the #1 contenders triple threat match. And now me and the sickest boy in the game, Sick Boy!
Sick Boy!
We're #1 contenders. We're going to Clash of Champions, and we're going to beat Jericho and Ahmed. We're going to beat the bricks off them, and we're going to win those tag team titles. Because Sick Boy and Low D, he may not be the best of the best yet, but when it's all said and done, there'll be no disputing. We are the best tag team in wrestling, and we've earned those tag team titles. Jericho and Ahmed, their music hits. Jericho says, listen, OD, Sick Boy, Richard, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the little mini run you've been having. But unfortunately for you, it stops at Clash of Champions. Because listen, Jericho and Ahmed, we're two former world champions. Jericho and Ahmed, we're former cruiserweight United States champions. We're former tag team champions. Winning belts is what we do. I won Money in the Bank. What have you guys won? Nothing. And listen, all right, I'm not saying you guys aren't good. You got to hear, you have to be good. But you're not good enough. And you never will be good enough. And the best thing you guys could do is realize that and accept it and go battle Right to Censor. Go battle Redacted. Hell, go to the other companies where the tag team champions are an old man and an Amish guy. Go fight them.
Hey, whoa, watch it, buddy.
But you're not good enough.
Watch it, shitbag.
But you're not good enough to be best of the best. And Lodi squares right up to Jericho. And Sick Boy, and a rare move from Sick Boy, squares right up to Ahmed. Lodi's like shocked. What? And then Sick Boy grabs a microphone from Low D. And he puts it to his mouth. And he says, "A Clash of Champions, Sick Boy and Low D will become champions." And then he throws the mic down and he pushes Ahmed. And then Jericho's like, what? And then Lodi pushes Jericho. Then they start fighting. They're not going to be disrespected, Justin.
I don't blame them. All right. Jesus Christ.
And our main event. Rey Mysterio Jr. taking on Diamond Dallas Page. And then an exceptional match. Not as good as an 100, but...
Sorry, can't be... It looks like we win again.
I thought booking a match with no build would do the job, but apparently not. But in an exceptional match, Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Diamond Dallas Page with a springboard hurricanrana. And Rey Mysterio celebrating in the ring, but Scott Steiner comes out. And he says, Rey, listen. Congratulations, you beat Diamond Dallas Page. Congrats, that was impressive. But I think I've made my choice with who you're going to face. And Rey says, I don't care who you pick. All right, Scott, listen, if it's not going to be you, then I'll fight Goldberg. If it's not going to be Goldberg, I'll fight Sting. If it's not going to be Sting, I'll fight Diamond Dallas Page again. I don't care. All right? You may have beaten Chef, and you may have beaten Hoovertude, and you may be on a run, Scott. All right, but listen, if the Syndicate wants to get involved in my business, I'll do to them what I did to Raven, which is beat you. I'll beat every single one of you. It doesn't matter who you face. So which one of you is going to be, huh? Which one of you is going to take on me at Clash of Champions? And Scott says, well, why don't you turn around and find out? And he turns around and he gets a big boot to the face.
Let's test.
This man is neither of those men. Scott says, let me introduce you to the newest member of the Syndicate, Kevin Nash. And Kevin Nash is there. And he picks up Rey and he choke slams him.
Oh, why is he doing choke slams?
Because it's big and bad. And then he picks up Rey again. Oh, Scott picks him up. Then he power bombs him.
Damn.
And then Scott and Kevin Nash and the rest of the Syndicate, they stand tall over the WCW champion, Rey Mysterio.
And that is the end of the show, Chad. 95, we tie.
95. Well, both shows did the same.
Yeah, but I also had another 100, Chad.
Rey Mysterio versus Kevin Nash for the world title.
Well, it looks like Rey Mysterio's busting out 99s now, so that might be your first 100.
We're getting there. I wonder who Scott Steiner's going to wrestle.
Did he say he was wrestling someone?
I mean, not
Oh,
yet.
he's Universal Champ.
It's Clash of Champions. All the titles are on the line. He has to.
Finger poke of doom, Goldberg.
That'd be hilarious.
Well, we'll find out. But Chad, that was Nitro. Let's you want to know what we can do now, Chad?
What can we do now?
We can lay at the SmackDown.
And here we are. We are at SmackDown. This is gonna be a big show, Justin. I can feel it.
Yeah, we got a lot on the mind right now, Chad. We just got some things going on in the background. A little friendly bidding war.
Another classic bidding war. Oh, all smiles here.
Oh man, if we find Chad dead in his ditch, if he wins, ugh.
I also have no idea how to feel. Anyway,
do you know what I love in this game? The random stats right here. Not this one. The random talents. Did it not pull up? This shit sucks. All right? I hate this. Start the show. Start off with a recap of Triple H making his in-ring return at Backlash and defeating Eddie Guerrero, Chad. It was an absolute banger. People are talking about this match, and they're saying 4.5 stars, 5 stars, and then 4.5 stars from Big Dave Meltzer. But this was a huge match, Chad. Eddie Guerrero, Triple H, absolute banger. Triple H did become the SmackDown World Champion, though, Chad.
Yeah.
We start off tonight, Mystico against Trent Acid. Trent Acid lost at Backlash. He lost to Tyson and Mystico. Been on a bit of a roll as of late, defeating guys like Caprice Coleman and Ultimo Dragon. And he gets that match, and then he calls out Tyson He said, Trent, hey, when the rest of the light heavyweight division were, coming up and using Trent Acid as a sacrifice, I wasn't part of those conversations. Otherwise I would have volunteered myself because I know I can get the job done. All right, I know I'm already a former light heavyweight champion, and Tyson Duh, I want to become a 2-time champion. All right, I know. Again, all the boys are sick of you. But if it was me at Backlash and not Acid, I would have won. I would have hit you with the 619, and I would have put you away with the 1-2-3.
Booyaka.
Who's Booyaka?
Booyaka.
So Mystico calling out Tyson Duh. Tyson Duh not here tonight. He's resting at home, but yes. Roadkill and Steve Wright. The tag team coronation, the big celebration here, Chad. Roadkill and Steve Wright won the SmackDown Tag Team Championships at Backlash, Chad. And you know what? These guys they're huge. They're huge. They're mega stars. Everyone loves Road Rage. Roadkill is in action up next, though. He takes on one of the men he beat last night, Tony Mamaluke. And again, pre-show workers, we don't give a fuck about that. But these guys got 50s, so I'll take it. All right, this match could have done like a 60 if this gimmick wasn't in this game. But yeah, 7:45, Roadkill beats Mamaluke. Chad, how do you feel about Roadkill being a SmackDown champion, former WCW talent?
It still shocks me that he's actually like decent. That's still like
you got to give him some promo time.
It's wild. Yeah, that's where I went wrong. I never thought Roadkill could cut a promo.
That was a guy I was using. That was one of my favorite projects on your pre-show. I was trying to get Roadkill over.
Yeah, that's on me.
Hey, as you know,
good for him though.
As you know, I can get people over in the pre-show.
Yeah, well.
We move on. PJ Black is backstage with his new United States Championship, and Test comes in. He says, "Hey, congratulations, man! Congratulations! You finally did it. Someone else in the we got Ace Steel. I know. TNA, we're not a group anymore, but now I'm thinking about it, like." Everyone's won a title. Everyone won a title after that Survivor Series match. Everyone got their championship opportunities, and they won it. And then Paige is like, yeah, thanks. Hey, that's kind of crazy, right? When are you thinking about? I mean, there's so many. You're on here in SmackDown. You can go fight. You can go fight Triple H. You still have your world title opportunity, Taz. You haven't cashed in yet. And Taz's like, yeah. I should go challenge Triple H right now, right? And he goes to leave, and he turns around, and he big boots PJ Black.
Oh, man.
Or maybe PJ, maybe I should just cash in my opportunity against you.
Ooh.
Some Test laying out PJ Black, and everyone.
TNA, the final nail in the TNA coffin.
The final nail. But yeah, Sultana Matthews, tag team champs. Ace Steel, European champion. PJ Black, United States champion. And Tyson Duh, light heavyweight champion. Everyone in that stable are champions right now, Chad.
Yeah, it's wild.
The slow build. The slow build.
They had to separate so that they could inevitably accomplish their goal.
Yeah, well, sometimes that is the key. Move on. Backstage, Triple H comes into the DX locker room, and he does the same angle where fucking Kurt Angle did. He's like, "Hey, who the fuck is this schmuck? Did you replace me with this nerd?" Dennis is like, "Not this again, my God." Like Kurt tapped me out at Backlash. Like, come on, I don't want to do this. And Sean's like, "Hey, no, I got this. Hey, Hunter, congrats on your world championship. Look, I trained this guy. He was one of my top students at my training academy. Like, Hunter, like, it's cool. He's not here to fucking take your reign. It's not like he's been here. He has been here for a cup of coffee. He's got one win. All right?" And Triple H is like, I don't give a damn who he is. No one's coming in here to DX without my approval. Sean's like, "Hey, whoa." And Brian and Danielson's like, "Hey, or what? I don't care that you're world champion. All right. I'm a world class athlete. I'm a world class mat technician. And Hunter's like, I don't give a damn who you are. All right. You spent a fucking cup of coffee here, and you spent a cup of coffee in TNA, and you didn't do jack shit with it. If you want to actually prove yourself, Danielson, how about you meet me in the middle of the ring tonight, and I show you what a real world champion looks like. He walks out. He slams the door, and he walks out. So, hey, Triple H Danielson tonight, Chad.
Everybody's been so mean to this kid. Maybe he's just a new member. Maybe he's the DX intern. He's just going to get you coffee.
Paul White taking on Godfather. Godfather came up so close at Backlash for the United States Championship, and he takes a big loss right here to Paul White, who, again, showing his dominance here on SmackDown, Chad.
Yeah.
Big win. Got a 79. He's slowly creeping up there, Paul White.
One of the guys with the brand split has definitely helped him.
For sure. Move on to our co-main event of the night, Booker T defeating Ultimo Dragon. I don't know if I booked one of the angles I was supposed to book. Yes, I did. It's later. This is not the co-main event, actually. Suck my ass, Chad.
Oh, okay. Well,
Booker T gets the win with a redacted dropkick.
that's my gimmick.
Paul White and Eric Bischoff, and Eric's like, hey. Paul's like, hey, like, I know Eddie's probably going to get another title match, but maybe, you know what? I got a plan, Eric. I got a plan. Close the door. We'll talk about this later. So Paul White being a little, a little sneaky, a little mysterious, trying to come up with a plan.
Being a little sneaky.
He's got his eyes on the prize here, and the prize is that World Heavyweight Championship, Chad. Move on to our co-main event of the night. It's Ricky Steamboat and Lex Luger, Chad. And Steamboat defeats Luger in 10-17 with a flying karate chop. Now, if I can remember right, I booked an angle right after this. And if I didn't, it's the main event. It is the main event. Triple H and Bryan Danielson. Ace Crusher gets the win in 17:03. Chad, banger of a match right there. Bryan Danielson.
Future WrestleMania main event right there.
Bryan Danielson was penalized for being overused tonight. Interesting. Not good. But then Triple H continues his beatdown on Bryan Danielson, and Shawn Michaels gets to the ring. He's like, hey, Hunter, stop it, all right? He's just a fucking kid. He's like, I don't give a damn. You show the world champion respect. And Shawn's like, hey, what happened, Hunter? What happened in those 3 months you were gone with injuries? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it, Hunter. Or Shawn, get out of my way. And if you ever think about replacing me in DX, you see what I did to him? That'll be you. 79. Look, I know this was going to be a bad SmackDown, but it's about the story, all right? Triple H Danielson.
Trust me, I know the feeling.
Look, it's cool. It's whatever. Cool. We lost some popularity. Whatever. Cool. We'll see you for Thunder. See you.
That's not gonna happen anyway. Oh, we're here with Thunder.
What's not gonna happen, Chad?
Oh, we'll see.
What's not gonna happen, Chad? Talk to the people.
What's not gonna happen? I'll tell you what's not gonna happen. We're not gonna have a lousy Thunder tonight. It's just not gonna happen.
No, I think we might have a lousy.
This might. We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
We're running on fumes now, Chad. We've been recording for 7 hours.
Has it been 7 hours?
Yeah, it's 6 a.m., buddy.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun. Speaking of fun, Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner, they're there. Steiner, of course, raped with the Universal Championship. And and he says, when I was making the Syndicate, I had a star-studded lineup. But I realized there was still one thing missing. I need a guy who knows what it takes to lead a revolution. A guy who knows what it takes to be in a faction that changes everything. I needed Kevin Nash. So I invited Kevin Nash, and he said, I accept. And I said, great. I'll tell you what. Let's not announce it right away. We got to save it for the surprise. Kevin Nash was my ace in the hole. And and on Nitro, when he attacked Rey Mysterio, he proved it. And now Kevin Nash is going to beat Rey Mysterio at Spring Stampede. Wow, at Clash of Champions. Sorry, I'm so hot out here. Big Papa Pump's getting overheated.
Ooh.
Now it brings me to my championship match. And I'll tell you what, I don't know who I'm going to be facing at Clash of Champions. But I'll tell you what, they better be able to really do that. It's got to take a special person. It can't just be anybody. It can't be anybody. It has to be someone great. It has to be someone athletic, someone amazing. It's got to be someone, and then all of a sudden here, one of a kind. Rob Van Dam comes out, and Rey Mysterio's with him. And RVD says, "Scott, it sounded like to me you were about to say whoever needs a challenge, he needs to be one of a kind. And luckily for you, Scott, I won a tag team match at Rising Sun, and I earned a title match whenever I wanted. And I think I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity at Clash of Champions. I think I'm going to challenge Scott Steiner to the Universal Championship. You see, I won the Cruiserweight, the U.S. Championship, all this year. I'm going to continue that run by picking up a world title while I'm at it. And Kevin, this is right now. At Clash of Champions, you're gonna regret the day you ever joined the Syndicate and you ever took on Rey Mysterio. Because guess what? I'm gonna beat you at Clash of Champions, and I'm gonna send you packing. Because Scott, Kev, your times have passed you by. This is a new era of WCW. We're turning the page in pro wrestling. You're looking across this arena at two guys who are going to lead this company into the future. When Kevin Nash is gone and Scott Steiner is gone and they're not around anymore, we're going to be talking about a Rey Mysterio and Rob Van Dam had another 5-star match. And we're going to prove that at Spring Stampede when we both beat both of you and we're both world champions.
All right, we move on. Daniels and Courageous, Chad.
Yes, and he's a match. Christopher Daniels defeated Evan Courageous with the last rites.
That's a decent little match right there, Chad.
Decent little match. After that, Shane Helms shows up on the Titantron. He says, "Hey, Evan, over here." Evan looks up and Shane says, "Listen, all right. Listen, you're my friend. I like you. Here's the thing. I'm the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. Right? We had a good run at first, but losing matches. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really like boy bands. In fact, I almost preferred being a superhero. Here's the thing. A superhero, boy band, those are joke gimmicks. And I'm not a joke. I'm Shane Helms. So it's time for me to stop being a joke. It's time to show just how serious AJ Styles should take me and how serious this company should take me. So, Evan, I clearly work better solo. Well, congratulations, kid. It looks like you're a solo artist now. I'm leaving 3 count. And I'm going to focus on my Cruiserweight Championship match. Look at that, Justin.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
We are here. Mick Foley. He got attacked by Stardust. And so he's talking about how, he was attacked by Stardust, and at Clash of Champions, it just so happens, if Stardust wants to fight Mick Foley, he's a champion, he knows exactly who his opponent could be. He's challenging Stardust to a match for the TV title. And then Six shows up. He says, "Listen, Mick, you and I, we got a common enemy. Because listen, I want some payback against Stardust too. And I got to also beat up my former friend Scott Hall. So listen, I just want to let you know, you're going to go to battle with Stardust. I got your back. And listen, we could be a hell of a duo. We could be Mick and Six. We could be Sock and 6. Bang bang and the 1, 2, 3 kid. Listen, whatever you want. But I've got your back. Mick Foley, he looks at 6 and he says, you know what? Here's what we should do. How about on Nitro this upcoming week, the two of us walk down that ring and we beat up Stardust and Scott Hall. And then 6, goes for a 2 sweep. And Mick Foley says, I don't know what that is. And then he walks away.
I don't know what that is. Get that out of here.
I don't know what that is. Bang, bang.
All right, we move on. Oh, boy. Goldberg.
Goldberg, there's like a backstage announcer, and Goldberg just pushes him down and takes the microphone and he says, you know what? Rob Van Dam, you talk a big game for somebody who wasn't even half the size of anybody in the syndicate. Listen, all right? You want to get in the ring? You want to wrestle one of the syndicate? You want to get in our business? Well, fine. How about this? Tonight in the main event, you go one-on-one against me. Because guess what, Rob Van Dam? You're not just dumb. You're next.
You're not just dumb. You're next.
Rob Van Dam, more like Rob Van Dumb.
Jesus Christ.
And then a good match. They have good chemistry. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have pretty good chemistry.
Your eyes going bad?
Listen, Bubba Ray Dudley, they might be. Bubba Ray Dudley and Hito Santo have a match, and Bubba wins with a powerbomb. That makes defense number 7 of the Hardcore Championship. Good for Bubba.
Good for Bubba.
And Bubba, he's cutting a promo and about talking about, what's next. And then Dean Malenko and Alex Wright show up, and he says, listen, Alex, since we're not facing off since we're not fighting for the tag titles anymore, how about we beat up this guy and we take his hardcore title? And then Bubba Ray, he says, listen, if you guys want to fight, we can fight. But I'm going to even the odds. And he goes and grabs a steel chair and he's swinging it around. And Dean Malenko and Alex Wright, they think twice. Dean does say, you need an opponent for that hardcore title. So, we'll be around.
Yeah, we'll be around. We're hanging out. We're not doing anything else.
And in an exceptional, this was set up for Nitro. Sensei Savage standing up for his dojo after Canyon talks some shit about him. And an exceptional match. He couldn't back it up. Chris Canyon defeated Sensei Savage in 1603 with a pinfall.
Good for Canyon.
You love to see it. This is a good push for Chris. Then after that, he beats Savage and he says, Bret Hart, I hope you got a good look at this match. Because at Clash of Champions, I'm going to do to you what I've done to everybody who's tried to get in my way. I'm going to do to you what I did to your brother. And I'm going to do to you what I'm going to do to anybody who tries to take this United States Championship from me. And I mean anyone. Because this is my belt. And I've worked my ass off to get to where I am now. This is all I have. When a desperate man has something he cares about, he'll do anything to keep it. So at Clash of Champions, Brett, I'm going to show you I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Bret Hart looked good.
Bret Hart looked good. He wasn't even in it, but he looked good. We have a bout that had good heat and decent reaction from the crowd. Jericho defeated Sick Boy with a lion salt.
Good for Sick Boy.
Yeah. And 84, listen.
Jesus
and
Christ.
In our main event.
Oh my God.
An exceptional match. Goldberg defeated Rob Van Dam by pinfall with a spear, following an interference from Scott Steiner. So yeah, Rob Van Dam lost, but he didn't lose clean. Goldberg had interference. He did lose to Goldberg here with a spear. And after the match, Goldberg and Steiner, they beat down Rob Van Dam. Where's Ray? Maybe Kevin Nash is beating him up backstage. Who knows?
Ray's recovering right now. What do you mean? Got a 90. Oh, Jesus. A 97. The best show WCW's ever ran.
Wow, this show actually low key banged.
Yeah, everything kind of just slapped.
I was over here thinking this wasn't going to be that good.
I said that about Raw, and I got 100. So
yeah, this actually banged. Oh
you're
my
gonna
God.
get it now. You're gonna get 100 at some point. You have like a plethora of you have 15 guys that can go right now.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Was
this the show of the week?
Yeah. When it's a 97. You think I beat a 97 this week, Chad?
From the worst show to the
I had a 95 though for Raw, but still.
Thunder's come a long way.
Well, to be fair, at this point, it's not like it's a brand split Thunder.
Yeah, but listen, I do a pretty good job of keeping, Bubba Ray was on here, he wasn't on Nitro. Now there is some crossover, of course.
There's a lot of main event crossover.
I think I do a pretty good job of keeping some things separate too.
Some things, but your main event angle has been on Nitro and Thunder. You ran Owen and Canyon on back-to-back Nitro Thunders. I mean, I wouldn't say you're doing a great job of keeping them separate.
You don't give me enough credit, Justin.
What should I give you credit for?
Makes me sad.
What should I give you credit for, Chad?
Something. Give me credit for something.
You have to tell me what you want credit for.
Well, no, because that's not how that works. Then it's just me bragging.
Yeah, so you want me to fake give you credit for something that I don't believe you deserve credit in? You want me to lie to you? You want me to lie to you?
I want the comments down below. Give me some credit.
They already do. The comments suck your balls every episode, Chad. They don't suck mine anymore. They left mine alone. We'll see you for episode 7.
I can't help you there, buddy.